First, I guess I would just like to welcome everyone here. My name is Leroy Ellington, and I serve as the mayor here in the village of Amelia. And the purpose of our meeting here tonight is a town hall meeting to discuss the upcoming ballot issue. What is election day? November 4th. There's an issue on the ballot coming up on November 4th affecting residents in the village of Amelia. November 2nd. Thank you. It's affecting residents here in the village of Amelia. It's on November 2nd, and it's a matter of generating revenue for our police department. Council has made arrangements to place on the ballot a new 10 mil levy. If approved, that 10 mil levy will replace two existing police levies, a 7 mil and a 3 mil. With that, we'll use that as an introduction. We'll move into the presentation this evening. First, once again, I'd like to welcome you to this town hall meeting to discuss the Amelia Village Police Department and the new 10 mil police levy, which will be decided by village residents in the November 2nd election. A few things I'd like to advise our residents of. By law, Amelia Village, its council, the mayor, any employees cannot tell residents how to vote or ask residents to vote for or against an initiative such as this levy. However, Amelia Village can provide a factual information to our residents to help them make an informed decision on this very important issue and how it will affect residents and their tax base. Certainly hope that you'll find this presentation to be informative and will help you to make the decisions that's best for you and your family. In terms of the overview of tonight's meeting and some of the things we'll be discussing and trying to clarify is the composition of the Amelia Police Department, the responsibilities of the Amelia Police Department, current funding sources for the police department, and some of the current and future challenges facing the Amelia Police Department. We will be addressing the need for additional revenue to fund the police department in the future, and the proposed use of any additional revenues. There'll be some clarification and explanation on the newly proposed levy as it relates to replacing the existing levies. And we'll talk about the projected impact of the passage and the failure of the new levy. We'll also have an opportunity in this presentation to review the actual ballot language. At the end of the presentation, there'll be a question and answer period for anyone that might have any questions. I would also indicate that I hope beginning tomorrow this presentation will be available on the Amelia Village website at www.ameliavillage.com. So if you'd like to get a more comprehensive look at this presentation, please visit the website for that. Let's talk about Amelia Village personnel. Amelia Village Police Department employs 5 full-time police officers, including the chief of police, and 5 part-time officers. 3 of our police officers have been serving the Amelia Village for 10 years or more. So I think it's safe to say that they're very familiar with our residents, our community, our streetscape, etc. And I think it's fair to say that they have an institutional knowledge of our residents. Let's talk about Amelia Village equipment in the police department. Presently, we have 3 marked patrol cars. I want to ask Justin, I don't know if you can see that with the on the screen there. We have 3 marked patrol cars, a 2005 four-wheel drive vehicle, currently has 85,000 miles roughly, and has a life expectancy of 100,000 miles. A 2007 Cruiser with 65,000 miles and also a life expectancy of 100,000 miles. A 2008 Cruiser with 37,000 miles and a life expectancy of 100,000 miles. Other equipment. We have 2 tasers, which are shared by the entire police department. The entire police department consists of 10 officers. Amelia Village has 10 bulletproof vests, 1 per police officer, and all vests are 5 years old, and they must be replaced in 2011. Half of the cost of the replacement of the vests is paid for by a grant. And I'll ask for a clarification from Chief Zucker. This replacement of the vest, isn't that a mandated replacement?
Because of the manufacturer's warranty, it's only valid for 5 years.
Correct. So just for clarification purposes, the vests are being replaced because the manufacturer's warranty on the current vests are expiring. Further equipment, Amelia Village has 5 police radios. Each radio must be shared by 2 police officers. These radios are approximately 10 years old and are no longer manufactured or repaired by Motorola, which is our provider. Amelia police officers are required to provide and pay for their own firearms and duty belts. That may or may not sound like a big deal, but for clarification purposes, and the Chief could expand on this if need be, it's a fairly widely practiced by police departments that the municipality or the police department provides weapons to its officers. There are many training and liability concerns with regard to every officer on the department, both purchasing their own weapon, maintaining their weapon, being trained on it, etc. So one of the reasons we're concerned about not owning the weapons that our officers carry is that by virtue of the fact that we don't own them, with the police department there's always liability to be had anyway, but it's just one more piece of liability that is brought on and the village is subjected to. Further, offers liability and expense to the police officer, because I don't know how much a good handgun is, a professional handgun is, but it's purchased by the police officer. The next slide talks about the responsibilities and statistics of the Amelia Police Department. Amelia police officers are responsible for covering approximately 1.7 square miles of territory. Our officers respond to an average of 375 dispatches per month and issue roughly 40 citations for traffic offenses, including DUI offenses, per month. Let me say that again. Our officers respond to an average of 375 dispatches per month, and that includes 40 citations for traffic offenses, including DUI offenses per month. Now, the reason we point out DUI offenses is because they're very time-consuming. They take the officer off the street for a pretty good amount of time to process all the paperwork and follow all the procedures appropriately, thereby leaving the village with slightly less police coverage during that time when you're already operating at below optimal staffing. Chief Zucker and I both believe in a community-oriented policing philosophy, and some of the community service programs that we've been involved in the past include the following. We are involved in what is called the Officer Field Program, and it's been presented every year to our elementary school students for at least the last 10 years. This program provides important child safety tips, including a special segment called Stranger Danger, and that's something that offers tips to children, school-age children, about being careful of their surroundings and being approached by people that they don't know. A really successful event and something that's for the first couple of years, we were the only police department in the area doing this that I know of. And now everyone is doing it because it's a great way to reach out to the community. It's called the National Night Out event, and it's an event that on this particular night, police departments all across the country hold an event in the community where that gives them an opportunity to connect with residents in the community in a positive way. Now, from 2005 to 2009, Amelia Police Department has presented residents with this National Night Out event and provided an opportunity to meet and partner with the officers to help prevent crime. The officers have also in the past provided at the National Night Out educational information regarding drug use, DUI. There was a self-defense class that was featured. Now, that being said, from 2005 to 2009, we hosted that event, and it was very successful. And I would say the last year that we did it, I would say that throughout the course of the evening, there was upwards of 500 people at the park. Local community volunteers and businesses and individuals donated hot dogs for the kids, and it was like a festival in the park. One year we had fireworks at the event. It was just a way for the community to get together and meet the police department in a non-threatening, educational sort of a manner. However, in 2010, this event was canceled due to staffing and funding concerns. Because we're shorthanded on the streets and don't have the patrols covered the way we'd like to see them happen, and because we didn't have the time to expend or the funding to provide overtime or additional officers or part-time officers to come in and organize and create the event, it had to be canceled because we just couldn't pull it together for those reasons. Additionally, for approximately the last 10 years, the Amelia Police Department has provided a service we call vacation checks, and this service is available upon request, in which you're going out of town, it's vacation time, you come in, or you call us and let us know you're going on vacation, and our police department will provide security checks on the resident's home while they're away, and make sure that your home is safe while you're enjoying your vacation. Additional community service programs. Our officers are trained as first responders, and this service is provided in partnership with the Union Township Fire Department, where Amelia police officers, as first responders, our officers respond to all fire and EMS calls in the village. And because of the close proximity, our officers are first on the scene, thereby being first responders. Officers are trained in first aid and CPR and begin the first aid and CPR processes while waiting for the squad to arrive. Additionally, all cruisers are equipped with automatic electronic heart defibrillators, so they can begin the execution of that if it is necessary, and they're trained on that. I believe it's annually. Is it annually or biannually?
Every 2 years.
Every 2 years, our officers are trained on use of the heart defibrillator.